My daughter thinks I'm her servant and mocked me as cheap help after getting successful. She said I should be grateful for the opportunity to be useful. I showed her what losing me really costs. I'm 58. Rachel is 32. When she had her first baby 7 years ago, she asked if I could help out just until I get back on my feet, Mom. Her husband Keith had just started his business. They lived in a small apartment. I said yes immediately. What mother wouldn't? I watched little Rachel every day while Rachel went back to work. Then came twins, Noah and Lily, 2 years later. Mom, I can't afford daycare for 3 kids. Can you keep helping? I'll pay you what I can. What she could pay was $200 a week for 3 kids, 10 hours a day, plus cleaning her house, doing their laundry, cooking their meals. That's $4 an hour. But I thought they were struggling. Keith's business, Rachel's student loans. I made it work. Moved to a smaller apartment, stopped buying anything unnecessary. Ate rice and beans most nights. My back hurt from carrying twins. My knees ached from scrubbing floors, but they were struggling, so I never complained. 5 years of this. Rachel got promoted, senior manager, then director. They moved to a bigger house, then an even bigger one. More space for the kids to play, she explained. More space for me to clean. 4 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, 3,000 square feet. Still $200 a week. Mom, you know we're stretched thin with a mortgage. I believed her. Even when she got her nails done weekly. Even when they took vacations to Cabo, Disney, Hawaii. Keith's parents paid, she'd explain. Even when she drove up in a new Lexus, it's leased. Actually cheaper than buying used. I kept believing until 3 weeks ago. Rachel was having lunch with her friend Brittany in the kitchen. They didn't know I was in the laundry room. Brittany was complaining about her nanny wanting a raise. She wants $800 a week now for 1 kid. Highway robbery. Rachel laughed. Actually laughed. That's insane. I pay my mom $200 for all 3 kids plus housekeeping. Best deal ever. Your mom accepts that? Brittany sounded shocked. She doesn't have a choice. What else is she gonna do at her age? Work retail? At least with me, she gets to see her grandkids. She should be grateful for the opportunity to stay relevant in her old age. You're so smart, Brittany said. I wish my mom was that desperate. They kept talking. Rachel mentioned her salary, $180,000. Keith's business was pulling in even more. They had investment properties, savings accounts for the kids with $30,000 each. They were considering buying a beach house, $200 a week. They spent more on their weekly grocery order. I stood in that laundry room shaking, not from sadness, from rage. 7 years of destroying my body, living in poverty, thinking I was helping my struggling daughter. She knew exactly what she was doing. I finished my shift that day like nothing happened. I smiled when Rachel came home, listened to her complain about her tough day in her air-conditioned office, but I was planning. See, Rachel had made one crucial mistake. She'd given me complete access to her life. I knew every password, every schedule, every detail. She trusted me with everything because I was just the help. First, I called every preschool and daycare within 40 miles. Found out exactly what proper childcare costs 3 kids full-time, $3,600 a month minimum. Most places had year-long wait lists. Next, I researched housekeepers. For a house that size, $600 a week, easy. Personal chef services, another $800 weekly laundry service, $200 more. Then I got creative. Rachel had made me her emergency contact for everything. The kids' schools, their doctors, and activities. She was listed as secondary. She'd done this so she wouldn't be bothered at work. I started documenting everything, not for court, for something better. 3 weeks of recording every single thing I did. Every meal, every mess, every tantrum, every school pickup, every scraped knee, every bedtime story. I used Rachel's own security cameras, saving the footage. Then I called my cousin Diana in Portland. She'd been begging me to move there, help with her restaurant, real pay, real respect. I said yes, gave her my start date, 3 days from now. The night before my last day, I sat Rachel and Keith down. I'm moving to Portland tomorrow. Rachel laughed. Very funny, Mom. I showed them my lease agreement for my new apartment. Diana offered me a job, $60,000 a year plus benefits. I start Monday. Keith went white. You can't just leave. What about the kids? What about them? Brittany knows several nannies. I'm sure one of them would love $800 a week. Rachel stood up. Mom, stop being ridiculous. You're not going anywhere. Actually, I am. My flight's at 6 tomorrow morning. The kids need you. Rachel tried in desperation. No, you need me. The kids need a caregiver. You can afford one. You make $180,000. Keith makes more. You have investment properties. You're buying a beach house. Her face showed she knew I'd heard everything. Full story on channel. Link below.